Have you ever noticed that extreme weather does not just make life uncomfortable, but also makes energy suddenly feel very important? On ordinary days, most people do not think much about backup power, cooling, or how heat affects daily life. But when temperatures rise or the electricity goes out, energy becomes personal very quickly. Welcome to Alma Eco Academy, where we help you use energy smarter in everyday life. On this channel, we share practical videos about smart energy choices, backup power, solar energy, home energy awareness, and simple ways to feel more prepared and more independent. In today's video, we are looking at 4 connected topics that matter more and more in modern life: heat pumps, outages, urban dry heat, and urban humid heat. These may sound like separate issues, but in reality, they are closely connected. They all affect comfort, resilience, and the way we prepare our homes and routines. Let's start with heat pumps. A heat pump is one of the most practical energy technologies people can understand today. Despite the name, a heat pump does not only provide heat, many systems can also help cool a space. In simple terms, a heat pump moves heat from one place to another, instead of generating heat in the traditional way. That makes it an efficient option for many homes. In colder months, it can bring warmth indoors. In warmer seasons, it can move heat out of the home and help keep indoor spaces more comfortable. This matters because indoor comfort is no longer just a luxury topic. In many places, summers are getting hotter, cities are holding on to heat longer, and people are looking for smarter ways to stay comfortable without wasting energy. So, what does all of this mean in practical terms? Heat pumps are more than just another home appliance. They represent a smarter way to heat and cool buildings while using less energy. If you own a home, a heat pump could help reduce energy consumption and improve year-round comfort. If you're renting, there are still many ways to improve your energy resilience through smarter energy choices and better efficiency. The key isn't making every change at once. The key is taking the next step. Because energy isn't just about technology, it's about comfort, it's about control. And it's about making decisions today that can benefit you tomorrow. Now let's talk about urban dry heat. Dry heat is often described as easier to handle than humid heat. And sometimes that is true. Sweat can evaporate more easily in dry conditions, which helps the body cool itself. But in cities, dry heat still creates serious problems. Concrete, asphalt, glass, and rooftops absorb heat during the day and release it slowly into the evening. That means homes and streets can stay hot much longer than expected. The result is that even when the air is technically dry, the built environment keeps radiating warmth. So how do you deal with urban dry heat in a smart way? First, reduce heat entering the home. Close blinds or curtains during the hottest hours, and especially on windows with direct sunlight. Blocking sunlight before it heats the room makes a real difference. Once heat gets into the space, it is much harder to remove. This is one of the simplest and most effective steps people can take. Comfort is often improved more by quiet habits than by flashy equipment. If you can go a step further, external shading can help even more. A shade outside the window stops more heat before it enters. Reflective materials and reducing direct sunlight in the afternoon can all support a cooler indoor environment. These steps slow down indoor temperature rise. Second, use ventilation strategically. In dry climates, mornings and evenings are often cooler. That is the right time to open windows and create airflow. Many people make the mistake of opening everything when they feel hot, even if the outside air is hotter than the inside air. That usually invites more heat indoors. Strategic ventilation means timing matters. The goal is not endless airflow. The goal is useful airflow. Third, focus on zone comfort. You do not always need to cool an entire home. Sometimes it is smarter to keep one room more comfortable and spend more time there. This could be the room with the best shade or the least direct sun. Concentrating comfort in one space can reduce energy use while making daily life much easier. Fourth, stay hydrated and adjust your routine. In dry heat, people often lose more fluid than they realize because sweat evaporates quickly. Drink regularly. Avoid heavy activity during peak heat. People sometimes think they are handling the heat better than they really are because they do not feel sticky, but hydration still matters. It also helps to think about internal heat sources. Ovens, stoves, and bright lights can all add to the temperature. Cook earlier or use lower heat food options. Avoid turning your home into a tiny accidental furnace. Management is about reducing gain, timing actions, and staying a step ahead of the day. And that is one of the key realities of urban dry heat. The problem is not only the air temperature, it is also the stored heat in the city itself. Streets and walls continue releasing warmth long after sunset. Understanding that helps plan better, and it explains why city evenings stay hot. Next, we face the challenge of humidity. Now let's move to urban humid heat, which is a different challenge. Humid heat can feel much more oppressive because the body struggles to cool itself efficiently. Sweat does not evaporate as easily in moisture. That means even moderate temperatures can feel exhausting. The issue is how hard it becomes for the body to release heat when the air is thick. In dense urban areas, humid heat can become especially draining. Buildings trap warmth, and nights may offer very little relief. In humid climates, the night can remain heavy and sticky, which means homes never really reset. That lack of relief can wear people down. So, how do you survive urban humid heat more effectively? First, air movement helps, but in very humid conditions, dehumidification is more important. This is where better cooling systems, including certain heat pump setups, can make a real difference because they manage both temperature and moisture. A room that is slightly warmer but significantly less humid can feel much more manageable than a room that is cooler on paper but still sticky. Comfort is a combination of heat, moisture, and airflow. Don't think only in temperature numbers. Awareness of the combination is key. Second, reduce indoor moisture sources. Cooking on the stove, long hot showers, and drying clothes indoors all add to the discomfort. In humid heat, these small indoor sources matter. Practical choices like shorter showers and better ventilation after moisture-producing activities help. Third, prioritize rest and recovery. Humid heat wears people down faster than they expect. If sleep quality drops, resilience drops too. Use the darkest and most ventilated room available. When heat continues overnight, protecting your rest becomes a vital part of staying resilient. Hydration still matters, but remember that humid heat creates a different kind of fatigue. Pacing yourself is about treating well-being as a priority. Fourth, know the signs of heat stress. Dizziness, headache, and fatigue can all be signs that heat is affecting the body more seriously. This is especially important for children and older adults. The earlier people recognize these health issues, the better they can respond. So, where do all these topics come together? In the idea of practical resilience. Heat pumps, backup planning, and heat management are parts of one larger idea. It is about living more intelligently with energy and climate in everyday life. We believe smart energy is about understanding your real needs. None of these steps has to be dramatic. The best changes are often the practical ones you can actually repeat day after day. The most important thing is not perfection. It is awareness. When you understand how energy and comfort interact, you stop guessing and start being prepared. Over time, these better choices improve not just your efficiency, but your daily quality of life. Thank you for learning with us. Thanks for watching Alma Eco Academy. Subscribe for practical tips and helpful guides. Small steps, big impact.